JDev is back at it here to give everyone another Game of Thrones Season 2 episode reaction video, but before I continue with that, pretty important if you're not caught up to the point where I am in rewatching or watching Game of Thrones, or you're just not sure, then you should probably take the initiative and pay attention to the episode title, which of course I'll put in the description for you. If that's the case and you find out that you're not caught up, then you should not watch this video any further, just to avoid any potential spoilers. This is going to be Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode number 3. The title of this episode is called What is Dead May Never Die. This is going to be my reaction, review, recap of the episode after just watching it. Craster returns with Jon Snow and orders the Night's Watch off his lands because of what Jon did. Lord Commander Mormont admits to Jon that he already knew of Craster's sacrifice of his sons, but argues that Craster is indispensable to the Night's Watch campaign. And Samwell promises to come back for Gilly when the Night's Watch returns to the Wall, whenever that will be. That's what he tells her. And then dining with her children and Sansa, Cersei discusses the war and Sansa's soon-to-be marriage to Joffrey once the war is over. And there's a point where Tommen's asked, would he feel bad if Robb was killed by Joffrey, or Joffrey orders people to kill Robb? And he's like, yeah, I would feel bad. I wouldn't want that to happen. Tommen's a good kid. Joffrey's a psychopath. And then that question is asked to Sansa, and she's like, what the fuck? Anyway, after that dinner or dining experience, when she's back to her quarters, Sansa's greeted by Shae, posing as her new handmaiden. Now, Tyrion separately shares plans with Grand Maester Pycelle, Lord Varys, and Littlefinger to marry Myrcella off, but suggests a different husband to each of them. Cersei then later confronts Tyrion over the plan Tyrion gave to Pycelle, confirming that Pycelle, Pycelle's a mumbling moron, that he, in fact, is her spy. Tyrion sends him to the dungeons, but not before Pycelle confesses that he told Cersei that Jon Arryn knew of her incest with Jaime and Cersei. Now, Tyrion also convinces Littlefinger to meet Catelyn Stark in the Stormlands and persuade her to release Jaime, because he thinks he'll be able to talk her into doing that. Bran Stark dreams again that he is his direwolf, Summer. Maester Luwin assures him that the time of magic and dragons is over. You haven't stayed long enough for the end of the show then, Maester Luwin. And then Catelyn arrives at the self-crowned King Renly Baratheon's camp, where he and his new wife, Margaery Tyrell, watch an imposing female warrior, Brienne of Tarth, win a tournament against Margaery Tyrell's brother, Loras Tyrell. Now, Renly grants Brienne a place in his Kingsguard, and is confident his army can defeat the Lannisters. But Catelyn reminds him his men are inexperienced, and then when Renly is unable to consummate their marriage to Lady Margaery, she reveals she knows of his relationship with Loras Tyrell, but insists her pregnancy must secure their family's alliance. That needs to happen. However it's going to happen, whether, Loras Tyrell's right there while he's banging Margaery, and that dick needs to get hard and put some sperm in her, which is actually very enjoyable. And there's a nude scene with Lady Margaery, which I think she's the hottest chick on the show. My opinion, but she's my favorite. I'm really happy. She finally got introduced. I've been waiting for that. And then Balon Greyjoy plans to war on the north with Yara, who tells Theon he must choose between the Starks or the Greyjoys. Theon considers warning Robb Starks, but then decides to serve under his father and burns the letter that he was going to write to Robb Stark and give to the Ravens. Now, Yoren tells Arya how he joined the Night's Watch, and then all of a sudden Lannister men, led by Sir Armory Lorch, arrive and demand Gendry, and the ensuing battle leaves the Night's Watchmen dead. They do kill Yoren. He put up a good fight. He was a good character. He didn't last very long, but he unfortunately dies. And then Arya, what she does is she rescues prisoners, including Jaqen H'ghar, and loses Needle to a Lannister soldier, Pulliver. Lorch, I think I'm saying that right, I'm not sure, orders the survivors taken to Harrenhal and Pulliver kills wounded Lami Greenhands. And then Lorch demands the survivors point out Gendry, not Gendry, but before he can give himself up, because Gendry was going to do that. I'm sorry, did I just say Gendry? Gendry was going to do that. Arya tells Lorch that Lami was Gendry, and that's how the episode ends. So pretty good ending in the episode. Yoren, I should say. Sometimes these character names, I stumble. Their names are weird, so I apologize if I'm mispronouncing stuff. I know their names, but sometimes I forget it in the heat of the moment, or I don't know how to pronounce it. And some characters say things differently or pronounce things differently when they say their name. It happens a lot on Game of Thrones. So really good episode, though. I enjoyed it for the most part. Really happy that Marjorie Tyrell has finally arrived. She's one of my favorites on the show. Then there's that moment in season 6. Yeah, so I liked a lot of what I saw in this episode. It was good. The start of Theon being a ruler, and it's not very good what Theon does, but I'm going to give this one a 9 out of 10, and there's a lot of characters that could be the character of the episode. Theon had a pretty significant thing happen in this episode. I'm going to give it to Tyrion, how he fooled Pycelle. Well, he was trying to find out who the mole was between Varys, Littlefinger, and Pycelle, and he found out it was the gibbering old... What does it mean? Pycelle's hilarious, but annoying at the same time. So 9.0 out of 10. Tyrion's the character of the episode. So you've heard what I had to say. Now it's your turn. If you're a fan of Game of Thrones and you like this television show, maybe you don't like the final 2 seasons, but if you're a Game of Thrones fan in general, go ahead and smash that like button. If you know anybody that would be interested in hearing this, go ahead and share it with them. If you want to leave comments in the comment section, go ahead. Talk about this episode, score the episode, talk about your favorite characters, talk about your favorite episodes, talk about your favorite seasons or least favorite, all those. Anything you want to say and more in the comment section. Of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button, subscribe to the channel, join the team, show your damn support, and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.